Hello everybody, Fantastic Mr. LP here with Let's Play Long Live the Queen, Episode 9. Bet you never thought we'd actually get to this one. I certainly didn't at the time. I was so sure we were gonna die. And, well, we did die. But I was so certain that we'd never, ever, oh, sorry, my voice really just broke there, be able to, get that fixed. And, yeah, so I thought we were doomed and that the Let's Play was over, but I broke down, as I said in my previous video, looked up a thing that would help me avoid getting poisoned, and so it said get your poison skill up to 70. I didn't have it at the time. As you can see, it's at 70.7 now. It's because I went way back. In fact, if we look at the menu, I went all the way back to week 19. 19! Just to fix this. And we still ended up getting like 100 in all our magic in the same way. We still have okay, well, we don't have nearly as much as in intrigue anymore, but we still have super high strategy, military stuff. So you know what, we're gonna be good now. I think. Oh, there. We're probably gonna die this episode anyway because I just said that. But no, I think we're actually going to be good now. Because, yeah. So, let's see me survive this. And, so let's go to intrigue now. And I think we can finally start, looking up ciphering. So, okay, we've all seen this before in the previous episodes, how I die and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, alright, so we hold the tournament. Now, it also said, because this was all on the same page, that status and praise really does nothing. Employment boosts up the guards and stuff, and gold just takes away like 100 gold from our, 100 lassie from our treasury. And I like our treasury, so we're gonna go with employment. It's a recruitment drive. Alright, so then we go upstairs. My lady, a gift has arrived from Kigal, from the Duke. No, my lady, a merchant house, I believe. It was sent with a shipment down from Calvala River. We tear it open and find chocolates, and being the idiot that we are, we pop it into our mouth like this. You pop one of the chocolates into your mouth, and delicious. Alright, luckily we survive it because we know immediately how to reverse its effects. The house of Crelet exists in Kigal. Someone has tried to kill you, but you don't know who. So, we survive the assassination attempt. Finally. And, yeah, so now we are going to, as much as this sucks, I'm just gonna keep visiting the treasury for now. Because it boosts our will. We need will, like, for intrigue. Like, look at the bonus we have on intrigue. We also have a major bonus on, like, herbs and medicine and stuff. It's great. This is exactly what I wanted. Alright, so now let us practice. Let's study up internal affairs. Alright. So, alright, well, we've already read all this. You can pause it and read if you want. Okay, good. We unlocked the spy outfit again. I remember when we got that, but, you know, before I died a whole bunch. That was fun. That was great. This is the week of the general tournament. Nobles and commoners alike have turned out to compete against each other.
The people will be pleased if you participate in the games. However, it will expose you to danger.
What event do you wish to take part in? Mounted parade, jousting, fencing. I'm probably gonna regret this. Fencing! Challenge each other duels, fought only for points, not blood and honor. It is immediately obvious that your opponent is more skilled than you are, but she draws out the match longer than necessary before driving me out of the ring. Perhaps she was afraid of hurting you. At least you aren't too embarrassed. All the winners are announced and displayed to great cheers. As near queen, you place a flower garlands around their necks. All of a sudden, a man approaches the winner's platform. It's Kavan, the Earl of Low. In one hand, he carries an armored gauntlet. In the other, a sword. My family's blood is on your hands. Why? What's he talking about? He casts the metal glove on the ground with a clatter and raises his sword, pointing at you. I challenge you, Elodie. A life for a life. He's challenging you to a duel? Doesn't he know you could burn him to a crisp just by waving your hand? Yeah! Finally! Yes! Yes! Our magic comes in handy! Finally! Kill him with magic! Boom! Without a further word, you direct a full force of your magical wrath at the Earl of Low. There's a horrible scream and the smell of burning flesh. I decline. Kevin's sword falls to the ground beside his gauntlet. He won't be needing either anymore. No, seriously, I'm sorry for your loss. Let's visit the treasury. Woohoo! We've got over 9,000 lassie. Alright, so that was a lot of fun. But that does bring up the fact that we should be starting to look at weapons more and more. Now, I've also heard that faith, like divination stuff, in fact, let's look it up in the classes, that faith is actually somewhat important in this game. Like divination, interpreting signs from nature of what the future might hold. That, like the flower and the lights going out, that probably would have really helped us, to be honest. But I fixed it either way, so, you know, I'm not complaining. Now, you know, we need to know, Let's max out our internal affairs right now. We want to know about spies in this country. Just for now. Just for now. I really don't feel like reading all that, but holy shit. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna max it out this week. After the last Duke of Mead went into seclusion, he hired a stream of attractive young servants who had to be frequently replaced after injuries and accidents. He eventually died by falling from a high tower window, which his family covered up. Was it suicide, they were hiding, or murder? So he was a player who got killed. Huh. Interesting, although I think we've already read that. Your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent. Fine, I'm coming. You find your father standing over a map of the coastline, his face grave.
Ships have been sighted on approach from Shanjia, not trade ships. This is a war fleet.
What?
Within a week, there will be Novan warders. Within 2, they could reach the capital.
We will fight to defend ourselves.
You can try to use the treasury funds to hire additional soldiers, but it may be difficult on short notice.
Yeah, but... Those soldiers might come in handy. But as you said, it may... Well... better to be safe than sorry. Alright? Fine, we'll do that.
You will need to drop a naval strategy for ships to get.
I got this.
You could choose to act as admiral and lead the fleet in person, but the danger to you would be very great. Unless you think your personal skills will make the difference, I strongly advise against.
Personal skills? Look at me! Look at me! I am a freaking god of military strategy! I am Ares! I can do this! Direct the fleet. The risk is mine to take.
You have your mother's heart.
Please, I'm way better than she'll ever be. She died for one thing. I died multiple times, but I brought myself back to life, mother fudger.
There's one more thing. I hesitate to ask, but... an invasion. This is the sort of disaster for which a Lumen's power may be worth the cost. If the fleet could be destroyed before they reached our waters, many lives would be saved.
What? A fleet... Okay, sorry, I just assumed that we knew, but... Okay. A fleet from Shanji is attacking us. Is it possible to sink them all with magic? It is easy enough to attack one soldier, one ship as a demonstration, but to obliterate an entire fleet, you would need an immense amount of power spread over a large area, more than any one Lumen could control. If you tried to raise that much power yourself, you would die. Not could, would. So it's hopeless. We'll just have to rely on our soldiers. What? What do you mean we'll have to rely on our soldiers? My skills! I am... That's bullshit. It's bullcrap. Well, don't worry. Like, I am 100% confident we can pull through it. Alright, so visit the treasury. Alright, so by recruiting soldiers, it was clear we lost like 2,000 lassie there, in case you didn't see that. Yeah, we got the naval strategy for all this. We have the magic of the lumen, for crying out loud. Alright, fine. I think we should look up some battlefield medicine, actually. Take a break from foreign intelligence and ciphering. Just for now. And yeah, look up some battlefield stuff. It'll help reduce the death of soldiers, I think. Yeah, on the battlefield. Hopefully. Or in case we get hurt. So, battlefield medicine for all! Alright. And the broken bones should be immobilized with wooden splints to prevent them from moving around and straight wood, blah blah blah. Okay, good.
Danger on the high seas. Ships close in on each other, angling into range. You take your position with a spyglass, catching the enemy movements closely and shouting out any necessary changes in plan. The Shanjians have half again as many troops as you do. It doesn't look promising. Your skill in long-range magic makes you effective as a cannon and more maneuverable, but there's still only one of you. The eventual outcome is not in your favor. The Novan ships are sunk or scattered. The Shanjian forces press towards landfall. Your grasper strategy allows you to recognize when the tipping point has been passed and order your remaining vessels to retreat before they are all destroyed. This saves lives, but it means leaving the Novan approach completely unguarded. Many good soldiers were lost today, and Novan's troubles have not ended. Since you have failed to repel invasion, the Shanjian fleet will soon land and the troops begin to progress towards our capital city. Your remaining soldiers will hold them off for as long as possible, of course, but the main strength of your military has been exhausted. Novan's future looks bleak.
Does my military genius and magical godhood mean nothing to you people? Great. Just great. Look at the treasury. Ooh, gold, yes. Well, Scheisen. Scheisen. It would seem that having this bonus to our military means little to nothing. Having all the magic in the world hasn't really solved our problems. Maybe if we knew some more about foreign intelligence. And you know what, actually, I'm going to save right now. I'm not going to stop recording, but I'm going to save in a different spot. So this is war right now. We're on week 35. I can always back up to week 31 in case this screws up. And I got about like 4 minutes worth of recording. So yeah, foreign intelligence. Let's look that. Let's look that up. See what we got. All right. Good. Rumor has it that the king of Sanjia has become a true power behind the throne. He may also have powers of a lumen. Oh, great. That's the guys we're fighting. The invasion of Nova is proceeding. Your coastline is under Shanjian control. Soldiers have marched through villages, trampling fields, frightening citizens. A diplomatic delegation from Shanjia has requested access to the castle to discuss terms, most likely for your surrender. You lack the strength to hold off their armies, and surrendering now will save many lives. It would seem that you have no choice. You prepare yourself as best you can to meet with the representatives of Shanjia. You expected diplomats and military representative, a general or an admiral. You did not expect a handsome man decked in jewels who now stands before you, a man announced by your servants as Togami, king of Shanjia. Ooh, and we know that he's rumored to be a lumen now. King consort, he should be, even if that much. He's a common musician who married his way into the throne. And he's a lumen, too.
My dear young lady.
Before I continue, Togami comes from the list. You know nothing about his family. His age is unknown.
How difficult this must be for you. So much responsibility at such a tender age.
Don't pretend to be my friend while you're killing my people.
Temper, princess. After all, I'm here to save your people. War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better to settle things in a civilized manner. A contest, a game, so to speak, with Nova as the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord with no further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave your domain in peace and shed no
What sort of game?
It is well known that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens, I too possess the powers of a lumen. I propose a formal duel. My powers against
Oh god.
yours. The winner takes control of Nova, and the loser dies.
Your game by your rules for my life. Doesn't sound fair to me.
The rules of formal dueling have been passed down for centuries and must be
God, I'm gonna throw up if I keep doing this.
upheld. It is important that we do this by the way of the ancient codes.
Why should I?
If you refuse, then the war will continue. I'll sweeten the deal. If you meet me in a formal lumen challenge, I'll call off the invasion, even if I win.
Really?
I swear it by the gods. Nova will be free and safe.
Why take that risk? You're winning the war.
It's not your land that I want. It's your crystal. To gain your power, I'm willing to wager my own. Shall we begin?
I can sense his power. It's so strong. I've learned everything I possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this, but what choice do I have? He was a musician once, before he married his way to power. Can I use that? Well, we can't sing, and if we refuse outright, we're definitely going to lose. We're going to have to accept his terms. Then, I must. Tagami explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of wards which contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from danger. And then it's time to begin. You trade attacks, one spell sensed and countered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible. It might be almost exciting if your life weren't on the line. You need to end this quickly before this experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but he might not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rush him, you could take him off guard. Up close, he couldn't use his fancy spells. But what do you do then? You still have to use magic to win. You can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. Perhaps you could focus your power in the shape of a sword and attack him with that. Or maybe you could distract him somehow. You could cast a spell that he couldn't block. Ah! Magic sword. I'm probably gonna lose. That's okay. We're over time. That's okay. Let's do this. Weapon in your hand, you lunge, but he ducks in your blade and rolls away. Before you can regain your surrender to him. Now it ends. He steps forward, devouring your vision. Well, oh, I was right. In this episode, we do die. That's okay, though, because we're gonna come back next episode, and we're gonna do things differently that fixes this and keeps us. Thank you all for watching. Fantastic Mr. LP out.